Kim Armstead, Public Information Officer with the Oakland Police Department. Tonight, Oakland Police Interim Chief Darren Allison, Oakland Mayor Sheng Tao, and Alameda County District Attorney Pamela Price will be providing an update in the homicide case for Officer Tuan Lay. Following the update, Chief Allison will be available for a few questions. Neither the DA or Mayor will be taking any questions. Without further delay, I'll turn it over to Chief Allison.
Thank you. Since the tragic shooting death of Officer Tuan Lay, our officers and law enforcement partners have tirelessly worked around the clock to apprehend those responsible. On Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024, just after midnight, 12:30 a.m., less than 95 hours after the murder of Officer Lay, members of the Oakland Police Department's Ceasefire Division, Violent Crimes Operations Team, San Francisco Police Department, Livermore Police Department, and the U.S. Marshals successfully arrested 27-year-old Mark Sanders of Tracy in the city of Livermore. A few days before, on December 31st, 2023, at 9:30 p.m., in the city of Chico, 28-year-old Alan Brown of Chico was arrested by members of the Oakland Police Department's Violent Crimes Team and Chico Police Department. Working in collaboration with the District Attorney Price, and her staff, Sanders and Brown have been charged with the murder of our Officer Tuan Lay. At this time, we are not releasing the names or the number of individuals involved in this case. It is crucial to maintain the integrity of our investigation, especially since there are additional suspects whom we have yet to arrest. I want to extend our appreciation and gratitude to the collaborative efforts of outside agencies, to include the Vallejo Police Department, Alameda County Sheriff's Office, Alameda County District Attorney's Office, San Francisco District Attorney, California Attorney General's Office, California Highway Patrol, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, Federal Bureau of Investigations, and the U.S. Marshals. I also want to thank our community members and law enforcement partners for their unconditional support and condolences during these arduous times. I want to express how proud I am of the members of the Oakland Police Department. While experiencing grief and the loss of a colleague, officers continue to do their duty, showing up, patrolling our community, ensuring public safety, and working nonstop to bring justice for our brother, Officer Lay, and his family. This is a testament to their courage, professionalism, and commitment. They're truly the best of the best, and I'm honored to work beside them. I also want to extend a special thank you to the Oakland Police Officers Association for their dedication to the Lay family as they are working collectively on services for Officer Lay. And we will be pushing out more information as services are finalized. As before, I ask for your continued prayers and support of the family in this moment. I also ask to continue to be respectful to the family and to the members of our department as we go through the grieving process. With that, I'll turn over to District Attorney Price.
Thank you. My name is Pamela Price. I'm the elected District Attorney of Alameda County. Today I had the opportunity and the sad duty to meet with the family of Officer Lay. I offered our sincere condolences as they continue to grieve the tragic loss of their loved one. I informed Officer Lay's wife and mother and family members of the charges that the District Attorney's Office has brought against the men accused of murdering their loved one, and explained the basis for those charges to them. I assured them that my office will do everything within the confines of our legal power to make sure that the man we believe shot and killed Officer Lay will serve the rest of his life in prison. On behalf of the District Attorney's Office, I also want to commend and appreciate the Oakland Police Department, as well as the San Francisco Police Department, the Livermore Police Department, the Vallejo Police Department, Alameda County Sheriff's Office, California Attorney General's Office, the California Highway Patrol, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, the FBI, and the United States Marshals for their swift apprehension of these defendants. Police go to work every day without knowing whether someone with a gun, anyone with a gun, who has access to a gun, who probably should not have a gun, whether that person has a gun and will use that gun recklessly for no reason at all. Unfortunately, too often in our county, in our community, and in our country, we see this happen, and we have to do better about that. The 3 men charged so far include, as the chief has indicated, Mark Sanders, who is charged with murder. He is also charged with special circumstances. He is charged with special allegations that we believe, if we are able to prove that he knew that Officer Lay was a police officer, that he will serve life without the possibility of parole. If we are able to establish that, that is our goal. We also have charged Alan Brown with murder, participating in the shooting and the death of Officer Lay, as well as related charges for both men that include shooting from a vehicle, that include prior allegations of criminal behavior, and for Mr. Sanders it includes a strike, which has a significant consequence in addition to the special circumstances allegation. My office is prepared to provide copies of the complaint that has been filed with the court today. We have also charged a 3rd individual who we believe participated. The police have established sufficient evidence that we believe we will be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he also participated in the series of burglaries that preceded the murder of Officer Lay. And his name is Sabron Ray Russell, and he is charged in the same complaint. The charges are extensive, as you will see, and we may add additional charges as we obtain additional evidence. We also expect additional defendants to be charged as well. We join law enforcement and people across this county, across the nation, and around the world in expressing our heartbreak and our outrage over this horrific crime. As the DA's office begins our work of holding these defendants accountable for these alleged crimes, the investigation is ongoing. We will continue to work closely with the investigators at the Oakland Police Department, and we appreciate their professionalism and the effort that they are making on behalf of this community. My office will continue to follow the evidence wherever it leads to allow us to hold these men accountable for their outrageous behavior. Speaking as the elected district attorney of Alameda County, I will leverage the full weight of my office against these people who we believe ruthlessly and wantonly murdered an officer of the law who gave his life to protect our community against those who would do harm to us. Thank you for coming. Now I turn it over to the mayor of Oakland.
Thank you for that. And thank you everybody for joining us today. We know that this has been very hard and very difficult. And I know that every Oaklander, that we are all grieving in our different ways in regards to the murder of Officer Lay. But we are also mourning together as Oaklanders, and we will unite and we will become stronger. And while we go through this process, our Oakland Police Department investigators and personnel and our counterparts in our district attorney's office, they have all leaped into action, swift action, to ensure that those who are responsible are held accountable for this disgusting murder. This is an ongoing investigation, and it has shown that law enforcement at its best, with the skilled professionals working around the clock to hold people accountable for their actions and for the harm that they have caused, not just to Officer Lay, his family, and his friends, but for the whole city and the whole county. The Oakland team has done this effectively and professionally, pushing through the most challenging conditions, mourning one of their own family members, but ensuring that the work gets done in a thorough and professional manner to bring justice to Officer Lay and for our community as well. So I'm proud and grateful for their work and for the support we have been receiving from the local, regional, state, and federal partners across the board. We just want to say thank you. Our administration and our community stand united with everyone feeling the hurt of this senseless murder. We will continue to provide every support available as we move from our shared grief to accountability and healing in his honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. We will now open it up for a couple of questions. Please direct these questions to Chief Allison. And if you would, please raise your hand before asking.
Chief, 3 suspects opened fire. What was the weapon and how many shots were fired?
So right now, I'm not going to get into the details of the investigation. There, as I mentioned earlier, still outstanding individuals that we need to arrest. As I mentioned on Friday, we know there is at least one shooter, multiple casings, but further details, because of the ongoing nature of this case, I'm not prepared to address.
Are you confident that the DA's office will prosecute this case to the fullest?
Working collaboratively with the district attorneys, yes. We know and reviewed the charging documents, and all charges that were presented, the district attorney and her office presented for charging. So yes, I am confident.
Is it true that Officer Lay's handcuffs were used to arrest Mr. Sanders?
That is my understanding. Is the handcuffs of Officer Lay were placed on one of the arrested individuals.
Can you confirm the reports that Mark Sanders had a prior manslaughter conviction in connection to a 2014 homicide of an 18-year-old?
So without getting into the details of that case, I can confirm that he has a prior arrest history, which does include the killing of another and additional other violent crimes associated with that individual. So yes, I can confirm that.
Did you say all charges that OPD presented to the DA's office were actually pursued?
We worked in collaboration with the district attorney, and the cases we brought, or the evidence we brought, they worked collaboratively to bring forward charges that we believe fit the crimes at hand. So as Madam DA indicated, brought very serious charges for the individuals involved, with the potential, as we gather more evidence, to amend charges as we move forward with this investigation.
We have time for one last question.
Last we checked, we didn't have the probable cause statements or the charging documents. Do you know when those will be made available?
I believe the charging